News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
A monster snowstorm is battering northwest Montana. Good morning, everyone. Montana Morning for Monday, February 6, 2017. Right now we have a very balmy 40 degrees in Missoula. Yeah, it's a slushy mess out there. Our roads are, bare and wet mostly, but there's lots and lots of black ice reported out there this morning. So please use extreme caution as you're out driving around today. Our newscast this morning sponsored by Bull's Eyewear, Missoula's only certified master optician at 2910 South Reserve, the old R.P. Ellis location. This morning's top story from Kalispell north to Glacier Park and throughout northwest Montana, the National Weather Service is predicting a monster snowfall event that could bring an extra 2 to 3 feet of snow to that area. Meteorologist Trent Smith has the numbers.
This is the 48-hour total of snow for this whole event, starting Sunday morning and ending Tuesday morning. I mean, this is just a phenomenal amount of snow. Kalispell alone is looking at about 24 to 30 inches of snow. Marias Pass, 36 to 50 inches. Eureka, 24 to 30.
Smith said travel could be next to impossible in some areas.
We are going to talk about impossible travel. There's going to be times that snowplows are not going to be able to keep up with the amount of snow falling. Then we're going to add on blowing and drifting snow from Kalispell up to Marias Pass as that Arctic air comes in. We're looking at potential roof damage, maybe even roof avalanches.
And if you live up in that area and you're able to receive of course, you've been listening online, you're listening up on the Flathead, we do on our website at newstalkkgvo.com. We have a listing of all the schools and districts closed for today and also all the delays. The closest probably Thompson Falls. Thompson Falls schools will have a 2.5-hour delay today. Only the buses on Highway 200 will be running. Again, that's Thompson Falls schools. But many of the schools in the Flathead area are closed or delayed today because of that huge storm. The only official report we have so far is 18 inches of fresh snow that has fallen in Evergreen, which is not far from Kalispell. Also, snowplow drivers are having a hard time keeping up in the Columbia Falls area. Lincoln County schools are closed, as well as Columbia Falls. Again, you can get that on our website at newstalkkgvo.com. And any more information you need, call our National Weather Service office in Missoula, 329-4840. Missoula County Sheriff's Captain and Chief Deputy Coroner Bill Burt testified at the Emmanuel Gomez murder trial on Friday morning about the day that Charlie Ann Wyrick's body was found near the Patty Canyon Recreation Area. Prosecutor Jordan Kilby asked Captain Burt to describe the position of the body, which was found at the bottom of a ravine just off a snow-covered road on December 27th of 2015.
She was frozen in a position where I couldn't, not only her, but her clothing was frozen, making examination very difficult. There was evidence of blood, or what appeared to be blood there. I couldn't do a good enough examination at the scene to determine where that blood had come from.
Defense attorney Brian Smith asked Burt to elaborate further on the position of Wyrick's body when it was found by Missoula County Search and Rescue personnel.
The resting position of her body, to include her head and her legs, her feet had bent backwards up over her buttocks and were up in the air and frozen in that position. Again, and her head facing downhill was cocked back into the side. I just would not have been a position that anybody would have remained in had they had the ability to not be in that position.
Closing arguments are scheduled for this morning at 9. If found guilty of deliberate homicide, Gomez could spend the rest of his life in the Montana State Prison. The former CEO of Vans Incorporated has been found guilty of conspiracy and 172 fraud charges, alleging his actions helped drive the electronics and appliance store founded by his own father-in-law into bankruptcy. Jurors returned their verdict against George Manlove Friday evening after a 2-week trial. A forfeiture hearing was set for Saturday. Prosecutors allege Manlove spent company money on personal expenses, including $200,000 to get his master's degree in business administration without the approval of the board of directors. Manlove had testified it was, quote, impossible, end quote, that he intended to defraud the company. Missoula Police Department's been investigating multiple reports over the past couple of months about vehicle break-ins that occurred in and around parking lots near Sentinel High School. Public Information Officer Travis Welsh says police need help from the community to discover who's responsible for these crimes.
We have managed to obtain some surveillance photos from a grocery store in the vicinity where a credit card stolen from one of these cases was used. And we're looking for the public's help in identifying and hopefully locating this individual who's depicted in the photographs.
According to Welsh, the suspect's described as a white male between 20 and 25 years of age with a thin build.
He's about 5'7" to 5'9" tall and wears a tan coat with snaps on the front. And he's been seen with a blue hoodie underneath. In the photographs that we have available, he's wearing a dark-colored baseball cap. Cap appears to have some kind of a design on it. He looks to be clean-shaven and has short brown hair. He's wearing tennis shoes that are dark in color with a white or light-colored sole.
Anyone that might know this man or recognize his clothing is asked to call Officer Monaco at 721-2400, extension 7611. Again, that's 721-2400, extension 7611. Welsh said there are 3 cases where they're able to obtain surveillance video. He believes the same individual is involved in all 3. After Attorney General Tim Fox effectively swept aside the Missoula City Council's controversial gun registration ordinance, the Montana Shooting Sports Association has offered the council an alternative called education, not regulation. MSSA President Gary Marbut offered 2 members of the council the resolution over a week ago and has now made the information public.
I've offered them a resolution whereby they can embrace a package of education options to help all of Missoula be safer with firearms, and we think that's a good idea. We support firearm safety education, and it's something that is perfectly legal and will pass legal muster, and it's something that will actually move the ball for the City Council and for the people of Missoula.
Marbut said the resolution contains specific information regarding firearm safety.
It includes recommendation for support of our Be Safe program, Firearm Safety Education for Kids, which is approved by the legislature and OPI, hunter education offered by the Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, adult education by various instructors in the community, and it also includes our Safe Firearms Sales Guide for people buying and selling firearms by private sales.
Marbut also suggests the City Council publish a guide on its website of all the licensed firearms instructors in Missoula so residents can make their own choices about learning firearms safety. Our News Talk time is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
A wintry mix of rain and snow today with our temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. A quick accumulation of a trace to a couple of inches will be possible. Tonight, areas of snow with accumulations around an inch. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.